Hey everyone, this video is sponsored by OK Jersey, rated an impressive 4.5 stars on Trustpilot. Fans love them for high-quality jerseys, great prices, and super fast delivery. They offer a huge selection of new season retro and even upcoming World Cup kits. Plus, here's a little bonus. Use code NAF at checkout to get 8% off your order. Don't wait. Go check them out and grab your favorite jersey today.
Yeah, bros, don't get your Newcastle jerseys because, well, who wants to be getting any jerseys that or football tops when you're not even in the Champions League repping England? You know what I'm saying, Specks? Big up yourself for jumping on because it just gets worse for you guys. It's worse. It gets worse. Now you look at the morning news. We're talking about Bruno Guimarães to Man United for around £70 million. Tonali's agent coming out with madnesses, you know what I'm saying? And it has to be a very, very expensive deal, what Newcastle's saying.
No, Tonali's agent, 100,000 lashes for him anyway. You get me? Shout out to everyone, by the way. Usually do these early shows.
I've got 100,000. Not even 100 lashes.
100,000 lashes, my brother. Trust me, V. Like, it's mad out here. Like I said, apologies if I come off the camera. I'm ill. I can't even swallow, bruv. You get what I'm saying? I'm effed up, you get me? But big up to you, big up to Cass, big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah, bro. Him at Bruno G. I don't know if it's that real. Cass is calling me this morning, telling me all this. All I know is I have said before, Bruno G is not off limits. You get what I'm saying? It's a disaster. The season could be a disaster. It's not a complete disaster this year. Last night was a disaster. Granted, I didn't run. I was ill. I did my live stream ill as well. Allow me in it. I didn't expect that to happen. Then you got the likes of Cass that's dwelling on this stuff, and now you're hearing about these transfers and blah, blah, blah. And it is what it is, bro. You get what I'm saying? We must finish in at least Conference League. We must. Big derby on Sunday. Someone saying it depends how we lose that one. If we lose, can that be the end of the road? That's a serious conversation to be had. I'm still haven't got over last night. I'll be real with you, bro. Like to sit there, yeah, it's mad still.
No, continue, man. This is great.
I don't know what
like
to say. That
you already know. Yeah, Jay is gonna jump in and he's gonna have his. When I say, I mean when it comes to Jay, it's segment. Yeah, segment. And when Monster comes in,
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know.
Monster's gonna come in with, you know who Jay is, Tottenham Jay, not the young one, Mank one. Yeah, when he comes into the jump, you know he's gonna have a lot of questions and yada yada yada. When Mons jumps in, Mons.
Howler.
Do you know what I mean? So there's that in it. But you lot, yeah. I'm so I have to repeat what I said it to D-Man yesterday.
You couldn't wait this, bro.
Yeah, like he had to like obviously kept interrupting me like Big Preach does or whoever else does because they just can't help themselves, you know, and they can't have. It's a bit like Touchline as well, who just gets so excited but in a different manner, and he has to say something because he feels he has to. When really and truly should know whoever's speaking. Sometimes just know when to be quiet, let the next man finish, and all that kind of stuff. But you lot just didn't let Barcelona finish. Do you know what I mean? You was opening your legs over and over again. Do you know what I mean? You're getting yammed by a lion yesterday. You've shown like sheer embarrassment to the United Kingdom. You get me? England specifically. Sheer embarrassment. And I know. I'm not even trying to be harsh here, Specs, right now. Yeah.
No, so you're saying, bro. I'm here for it, man.
I'm gonna come across very differently because obviously you're having a nasty time at the moment, and do you know what I mean? And you're like the hood J bag right now, just shipping goals over there. Like you go overseas and you just got bare willies, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just is what it is. The hood J bag went abroad and she couldn't believe her luck. Do you know what I mean? Because she thinks she can get away with it because she's not in the UK no more. So yeah, man. Newcastle, bro. Like the thing is, yeah, everyone says you're finished and all that kind of stuff. And in it's easy to say that you are finished because Eddie Howe, Tonali wants to leave. Bruno Guimarães is potentially leaving with whoever might be interested in him. Other players, so and so. But really and truly, it's like Brentford, isn't it? It's like you're never really truly finished. If they can go run up themselves, why can't Newcastle go and revive? But you do have that man called Eddie Howe at the helm still. And there's no rumors that he's leaving anytime soon. And now do you understand when us rivals, me Mod specifically, have said maybe he's just reached that ceiling and the ceiling's kind of crumbling little by little?
No, he's definitely going to take some accountability. That's not all on a fault of his own. You get what I'm saying? I don't listen to you rivals when you say about the ceiling and all that. If you're going to go off just this game, both legs, to be honest with you, bro,
both legs. Yeah,
I think it was self-inflicting. You can see late in the game. You can see late in the first half, Kieran Trippier, a bit harsh, but I don't know what he's doing there. You get what I'm saying? So for me, all the goals, every single goal, and I'm not capping, you all saw it. It was all self-inflicting. I ain't gonna put it on Eddie, bro. Like I thought, like especially in the first half, we made mistakes, but we could score goals against them. You get what I'm saying? The halftime tea talk, I don't know what was going on. And people complaining about, oh, you can't man-to-man mark them away from home or something like that. Some technical stuff like that. But it's no difference, bro. Either or. It's self-inflicting. That just means we're not ready, bro. It's as simple as that. We ain't ready. We can go back and look at stuff like we got no athletes, we ain't got no technical players.
No athletes?
No, we got athletes, but no technical players, bro. Or we coach athletes. You get what I'm saying? So the question is, over 90 minutes, can you sustain that and control that? And
well, I've got more questions for you then, and I'm pretty sure VD can. Go for it.
It's not about, people might say, it's Barca. It's not about Barca, bro. It's about the self-inflicting, which you don't want to give to individual players like Barca, and we got absolutely cooked. And
I can't even lie. I feel like you're literally, bro. We are like. I don't like that right now. I feel like you're talking like about Chelsea at the same time. I was gonna say you did better than me. You got one more goal than me. Conceded the same, but you got one more than me. So I mean, take that as a silver lining, right? But,
I tell you what, bro.
That's sour.
When I saw the PSG Chelsea thing, I was like, I wasn't laughing at your demise, but I was like laughing like, raw, like Newcastle will never get cooked like that. Like, get me, bro. I think this is kind of worse. I don't care if it's away from home. It's 7-2.
I watched.
Bro,
I watched.
wait, V, head of cry, V. You know what I knew? It was embarrassing. The referee didn't even add on added time, bro. At the end of the game, it went into 10 seconds and he blew the whistle. He's like, "Fuck this." It's done.
Oh yeah, I think they did the same against us as well. No, they did the exact same against us. Do you know what happened? I was watching the game. What was it? 3-3 at half time or something like that.
2-2. 3-2.
I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is a good game. I'm like, girlfriend is coming in a bit. Let me just have a quick shower. Went out to shower. Come back. And I see like 7-2. When I tell you, what? I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, what the hell happened? I went shower, came back. How have you conceded like that, bro? That was, I couldn't believe it. Newcastle, are we for real?
Bro, you ain't
Yeah, for real, DLB. So, we're going to do this properly, innit, yeah? And you're lucky it's not obviously nighttime. Obviously, you love the nighttime because your legs are open, innit? But I'm just going to ask some relevant questions right now, innit? Wait, one sec. Once the links here, G. All right. First and foremost, smash the likes. You already know what likes do to any stream. I don't have to remind. I barely remind you guys these days because I just trust the live chat faithful. But it's the ones that are not in the live chat. You got a responsibility as well if you're a fan or not. Realistically, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to, but it'd be appreciated. You know, like we appreciate how Specks has come on today. But now I've buttered you up a little bit. Let's talk about Eddie Howe and his tactical flexibility. So, Eddie Howe's nephew, his own flesh and blood, decided, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to buy 2 strikers. Yeah. Volta for 80 million. I'm just going to say that. It might not be correct. It could be 75, whatever it is, 83. I don't really care. 80 million. Let's just say that. And then they chased Johan Visser, who done everything correct by the books, in my opinion, not like Isaac, and got the move that he wanted. Yeah. And also Newcastle that actively pursued him. And yesterday, Eddie Howe yet again decides, I'm not playing any striker. Now, Nagelsmann has selected Voltemada because he is his main number 9 for Germany. So we're talking about Germany's number 9. And we're talking about Anthony Gordon, who's not even a guaranteed starter under Tuchel. Right? Cool. So what I don't understand is, how you can particularly back somebody still, which is perfectly fine. You're within your rights to do so. Yeah. I don't know why you're doing the Ronaldinho thing for AC Milan, but a bit sus. I'm just saying, licking the lips and all that. How can you back a man who doesn't even, boast his flexibility that I thought he had so much in the bank, right? Because I thought going back to a back 5 at times, 4-3-3, sometimes 4-4-2. I liked Eddie Howe for what he was doing last season, yeah. This season, maybe it's a little bit fallen off, but he ain't got a clue what to do with Voltemada. He don't play Johan Visser whatsoever. He still can't decide if he likes Harvey Barnes or Anthony Gordon. It's like he just wants to become a counter-attacking manager. I've got pace on the flanks. Let's run with that. Jacob Murphy, who is your best winger, by the way, all around, even if he has been injured this season, is still your best creator up there. Let's be real. Don't want to play him. Dan Burn at centre-back. What's going on with Botman? Why is there not more news about Botman? Like, he barely plays. He plays 1 game and he's out for, you don't see him for another 3 games, 2.5 games, something along them lines. The only thing he's lucky about, even he's like, obviously, you've been unlucky Livermentos and his injuries. It's probably the biggest part is Lewis Hall being fit. And I'm seeing Jacob Ramsey in DM. What? This is the sort of gimmick I don't understand. He got one thing right with Joe Linton. Cool, you look like a decent centre mid box to box. So now I'm kind of confused how someone looks at that and says, that's okay.
Brewster put him in the middle, or am I bugging?
Wait, you could be correct. But I thought it was Eddie Howe in it because they just about bought him, and then before you know it, said, "Bun that, you're not a striker. You're going centre mid."
Chat might know.
Yeah. So maybe in it. So that's what I'm kind of confused by Eddie Howe a little bit. And why I say ceiling, because you want to be better than what you want to be. Do you know what I mean? And you're not going to ever get there if you're always doing the same kind of patterns.
What I'm saying, like I said before, Eddie Howe's got to take some accountability. One part of it for me is too much of this favoritism thing, all going back to, he's openly said it more than once, Gordon doesn't want to play on the right, and etc. etc. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's got his favoritisms. You get what I'm saying? You got a good clean sheet against Chelsea, and then you bring back Bernard and Trippier. Doesn't make no sense to me. As for Botman, I think it's more of a game management thing because he's always got some different kind of niggle or injury or some madness somewhere. Do you get what I'm saying? So that it is what it is. In terms of again, I think like a lot of people beat Eddie Howe, and I get it in a sense like, oh, you went and got Wisa, Walter Mardy, and all that, and he's basically put up a white flag, right? Actually speaking, in a lot of games now. You get me? Where he's not been bringing on them man there. And those are two main strikers to kind of replace the former number 14. Do you get what I'm saying? So in that sense, you still got to look at the fact that all the players that we did want, remember the hierarchy, whoever's running things, people say, oh, Eddie Howe didn't get along with someone, so whatever. It's a collective issue. They brought Eddie Howe back early. He basically had control. And he went and got Wisa, Walter Mardy, etc., Ramsey, and all that. And Elanga, let's not, he scored 2 goals. Flowers for him, but he still gets lashes, technically. So what I'm saying is, the players that we did want, that rejected us for your club, the likes of V's club and Cheltenham, etc., that played a big part of it. So in the end of it, for me, Walter Mardy and the Weeses, they became a panic buy. As for Walter Mardy, Eddie Howe has absolutely ruined him. He is Germany's number 1 striker, supposed to be right now. Get me? How does he feel? 1 minute he's playing in the left, sometimes he's playing in a probably like a number 6 sometimes, deeper than Tonali. You can't make this shit up. It is what it is.
Bro,
so
literally, I was at the game.
Bro,
I was just gonna quickly say I was at the game versus Newcastle. I saw Walter Mardy next to your centre backs, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was like, hold on a minute. Like I was literally at the game. I saw Walter Mardy run all the way back down there. I was like, okay, if you're trying to do a false 9 thing, you stop at a certain point. Yeah. My man's gone past the DM all the way to the centre backs. Played a little pass. And then ran. Well, you can't. No, that's someone else's job, bro.
That's in defensive, exactly. And then he gave away a pen, but it wasn't a pen that Racina was talking about. But the fact he was there is madness. The same against Sunderland. When he was, you can't. No, this is what I'm saying. So it's a white flag where he won't openly say I effed up or we effed up. No one ain't saying that. Do you get what I'm saying? When you say not playing Murphy enough, bro, he's got to keep playing Elanga to get it bloody right. Because it's all politics at the end of the day as well. When you're paying all this money and you're the one that's supposed to be the main guy to say, no, I want this, I want that, I want that. Hence why I think they didn't give him no more money in January, which I think was wild anyway. But they're like, no. That's why I think there's something a bit iffy. I'm not really sure what happens at the end from the hierarchy. Whoever bloody runs this club, I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? So in terms of when you want to beat Eddie Howe with a stick, and some people say, no, Specks are chatting shit, it's all Eddie Howe. And I hear it. But we did get rejected from a lot of targets that he wanted, and then we ended up with whatever we ended up with. And that's a collective thing. We effed up. That's it. Ramsey, I want to
yeah, but whose fault is that? Malik Chow, let me tell you now, yeah. Can I get your opinion? Can I get your opinion on him first before I go on? No, I want to hear your opinion first, and then I want to contribute.
Malik Chow, yeah. I don't know if it's Ramadan as an excuse, bro. I don't know, but he's been doing that quite often. It's getting that apparently Milan were willing to sell him because as great as he can be, he's got that in him, and it's a bit too often for my liking. I said he's up at signing of the summer. That says it all, bro. Yeah, and he's available for. I think he's played way too much games, bro. But that's all due to certain circumstances. But I'm starting to see. I've already seen it. It's creeping a bit too much. Like you have a decent, solid game, and you do 1 or 2 madness, and I'm like, it almost reminds me of not as bad as Titus Bramble because I think Malik Chow is actually a good defender. Do you get what I'm saying? But it gives me that vibe, bro. Like you're gonna get something dodging him every game now. So I don't know if if I still stand by that. He's best sign of the summer. I don't know. Opinion on him. Honest opinion.
All right, well, Cass, must I remind you of the stream where Specs cooked G United fan, you and Touchline as if Touchline was a you, and it was bring your kid to work day. That's too. I was laughing at that earlier. That's mad. I do remember, but I'm trying to be a little bit more civil with this. It's the middle of the day, innit? But cool. Now, Malik Chow is turning 25 very soon, innit? So I'm not going to treat him like he's a young soon in August, yeah? So I'm not going to treat him like he's a young buck. He's played AC Milan. I believe he might have just missed out on the league when they won it with AC. I could be wrong. He could have been there. though Tomori was there, right? He's been around. He's played some.
He was there with Tomori. He was there.
So he's a league winner. All right, calm. He's a league
I don't think
winner.
He won the league though, but he was
No,
there.
yeah, all right. If you're not whatever, he's been a part of a squad that's been a part of European football and stuff like that. He's primed at this point, yeah. Now, when I say, yeah, this guy is Curtis Davies with a fancy name, I actually mean it. He's Curtis Davies with a fancy name. Curtis Davies for West Brom, the one that Arsenal wanted and everyone else kind of wanted at the time. Liverpool definitely wanted him. Like, at that point, he was a hot,
It's a bit harsh,
property,
Cass, man.
hot
harsh.
property when he was at West Brom. He was cold, yeah,
That's harsh.
in his younger days, probably around a similar age, yeah. But then it just fell off. Malik Chow, yeah, because if it's Euro, like, think about it. Mons, Kwanzaa, me, Euro, you, Levi Colwill, anybody else, like we can name defenders that are even younger that have probably got way more talent in the bank.
His first season in the Premier League,
Potential in
bro.
the bank.
He's
I don't
okay,
care.
bro.
I don't care.
You have to give him
yeah?
that, bro.
No,
Was
I
that
don't
bench
care.
start for Milan either, bro? So
I
give
couldn't
this
care.
credit.
I couldn't care less.
Let's
Yeah.
be a bit harsh, bro.
No, I couldn't care less right now.
It's a bit harsh.
No, I'm not, because I look at a defender and see, is he getting out muscled? Not really. So it's not got nothing to do with physicality. That's usually the thing with the Prem. Right now, you're even in European football, yeah. And I'm not. And Newcastle been quite decent, but I think Dan Burn is the one that's been getting scapegoated, yeah, for the majority. Even if he did give away the pen, he's playing out of position for one, yeah, for one. And two, I think he's been carrying that back line.
He's got enough experience.
Burns is finished, bro. Trippier is
But
finished, bro. Let's keep it 100.
These Newcastle fans keep trying to scapegoat him rather than trying to put some blame on Malik Chow. Like Malik Chow's
Malik Chow gets this, bro.
Look at his principles of defending. Look at the principles of just basic defending. Yeah, his positioning is crap. His positioning, not at times, in general, bro. His positioning is always leaking. Like it's leaking like flipping Old Trafford's roof, bro, in the flipping winter. It's disgusting. And no one wants to talk about it because what? Because he just come to the Prem. Bro, you're playing majority games. You're nearly a 25 years old seasoned pro. I don't want to hear all of that stuff. I just think
he's playing so many games all of a sudden.
Nah, bro.
He's playing way too many games because our defensive, obviously, injuries have been on and off. He's been the main one. He's playing almost every game.
I'm going to be real, yeah. See, if you're a centre back, but if you're a centre back, I don't really want to hear about you playing too many games. You're a centre back. You're a centre back. You're not a midfielder. You're not running like a right back, left back. You're not doing a doggy work. Centre back, goalkeeper. There's no such thing as playing too many games. I know this. You should know this. You should know this. Every fan knows this. When it's centre back, they ain't doing as much work. Cool. They got to do a lot of jumping, headering. There's a big difference. You can get injured from all of that. But I don't remember Vidic and Rio, John Terry Carvalho's and all that. You barely break up that partnership for a big
different levels. You can't compare Chiao to them, man. There.
No, I can. Yes, I can, because
No,
they
you
used to come up against two. How about this? They used to come up against two strikers and two wingers, so they had to do double the work.
I'm just saying levels of caliber, bro. That's what I'm saying. Levels of caliber and partnership. Come on.
Yeah, but you don't change. You don't change your partnership. I don't see Van Dijk come back from an ACL.
We have to because he had injuries,
all the games, and he still plays all the game.
Fabian Schär, Botman. It's not Burns, Fabian Schär, or Botman ain't been regular. It's just been Chow. So you got and a goalkeeper. So you got to put things in perspective a little bit. Like I said, I agree, bro. He's got a bit too much of that in him.
Even in the back three for Milan, he was not that guy. He was okay. You know what? He was all right, to be fair. I just always found AC Milan's defensive midfield a bit rubbish. But
he's not shit, bro.
He's not, man. I'm sorry. He's very mid, and I'm gonna say it now from early.
Is he shit?
I think he's a poor pickup.
Nah, I think he needs to work on that.
He started very well though, and there was
started well, yeah.
Like
He's got some.
I realize what he is. He's a right back. He's not a centre back. Positioning says everything that tells me that brother is a right back.
This is what happens when you grow up in back threes, man. Where you develop your thing in a back three, it just ends up doesn't end up going well, man. Like you just. Again, you start.
You ever notice the positioning? He always hovers like around the defensive midfield area where he pushes a little bit too high, and then it's not like a centre back. Doesn't know when to drop, and even out wide, you can even say if you want to go AC Milan and all that, I think he play more as a middle centre back or left centre back. But for me, he looks more like he's positioned to be a right back / defensive midfielder kind of player. On the ball, he's wicked. I'm not going to deny that, yeah. But it's just the whole thing going backwards. I think that game is. I think it's poor. So your focus is more. Remember, you're meant to be Newcastle, yeah. So you wouldn't be treated like a top man. You're gonna treat you like a top man in my eyes, yeah. So now, because if this was any other club, would be doing the same thing. You don't get brownie points just because
Yeah, but
you're
you
doing
can't
the underdog thing.
you can't overlook Burn, bro. Let's like if you're gonna be a
Oh,
balance
that's very true.
on this podcast, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Them man
No,
are
no,
finished.
but yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, no
but
fault of his own.
come
He's
down-
finished. That's a big factor. Like, I can't put it all on Chow, bro. Yes, like I said, he's doing too much that ish too much for my liking, and it's starting to piss me off. But yeah, I wouldn't be as harsh as you're saying now to be, bro.
Curtis Davies.
You're trying to blame the manager, Cass, on what's going on.
I think so, because it always comes down. Even if a player looks poor, typically, and then you start looking around and the majority also look under par, to say the least, then it's a managerial issue, isn't it? Because he's not someone that hasn't got ability, but he's definitely someone that can be coached. That's for sure.
Malik Tiao.
Yeah. He can definitely be coached. Anyone can
Has
be
he
coached.
been like mad shit though?
No, he started off well and he crumbled.
Shit, he ain't been mad shit, bro. Like I said, there's
Like he was good against Chelsea, so it was like
that's not hard.
Like I said, put something in perspective.
Nah, but like
shitting him like that, bro. Let's not do that. Like you're completely.
he wasn't.
I said he's mid. They put him. If you're gonna put someone on a pedestal, you're gonna have to come with a criticism soon.
And
you have to
put him on a pedestal. You put him on a pedestal.
Oh yeah, I can't lie. I did hear people saying he was like signing this season.
Oh,
For me,
not from you, not from you.
Okay.
I did see
signing of the season when they were like Liverpool broke their transfer record twice. You guys signed João Pedro. Their man signed Cunha and Mbuemo. Who the hell said Malik?
I remember seeing it. It was like he's one of the best centre backs in the league.
Trust me, Specks. You better start singing like a canary before I get the receipts up. We done streams in the summer. You lost
Isak and you're saying Malik Tiao signing of the season. Specs, don't do this.
Bro,
say it.
No. That shows you. One second. That shows you how bad the transfers have been. He is our best man. What we saw, it arrived. Baltimore has been ruined. Ramsey, he's getting.
Oh wait. Did you say no?
So what we're doing then?
Wait, hold on. I might have made a mistake. Are you saying that he was your signing of the season or the Premier League signing of the season?
Malik Tiao. No, I said Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
I remember.
I think
he said what? Don't try to put no badness in my mouth.
But that's not.
That's fine. Yeah. No, that's not that mad.
No one's trying to put nothing.
And you know me, if I say something like, hey, you know,
they didn't know how good what Matter was. They didn't know how good what Matter was going to be. And that's not that.
That's not always being said. When Volta was scoring away goals, do you know what I mean? 5 in a row.
How good is Walter?
I think he's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think the setup around him is very poor. Jay, bro. But you should know this, Jay.
Why is he playing in centre mid?
He's a player you need to build around correctly, innit?
Eddie Howe, obviously.
Why is he trying to Joe Linton? He's trying to Joe Linton walk Mada though. What's going on there?
Nah, that is criminal. I'm not gonna lie, that is absolute criminal. And the fact that it is getting deeper and deeper, I don't know what's going on. Jay said, even Jay's confused. Jay, no, trust me, Baltimore, he's a baller, bro. He's been ruined. He's been ruined, bro. He's been ruined. I promise you that. He's been ruined, bro.
My thing is, obviously, he needs a bit of time to settle. I think he's a good player, but if you spend 100 million, pardon?
He can't settle because he's not playing his position. Even if he's there, keep playing him there. He can't settle now, can he?
But this is what happens sometimes when you have a manager that really pushes the off-the-ball characteristics of players. And so what you have is you've got a manager who's got Walter Marder, whose main characteristics are on the ball.
And link up, yeah.
Eddie Howe loves off the ball. So really, you've actually misprofiled the player. What you actually need from both sides is there's a disconnect. It will probably improve if and when Eddie Howe goes. But to me, then I'm like, well, I don't really know where the blame lies, because then you buy Visser and it's like, okay, he's totally not of interest. So then it's like, well, why did we spend 40 million plus on a, this is like a 70 million pound outlay on a 29-year-old who doesn't play.
And by the way, if it was any other club that spent 80 million on a player, we'd not hear the end of it. Yeah. So don't go like you ain't spent bread, you spent the bread. And second of all, when you look at Voltameda, you're very correct, Jay. That was brilliant. I appreciate that, because you just laid it out in very short for Specs to realize, innit, that you got a player called Voltameda.
But obviously,
but yet you back your manager. You brought Voltameda just to give him a langer. What?
Like I said, man, it's a panic buy, bro. I said it. But a man can take accountability and still say, I'll back my manager, bro. Like, I'm not saying Eddie out. What? If you're going to say Eddie Howe out.
But
like now,
Specks,
like,
do you not think,
bro,
I remember like a year ago or something like that, I said, I don't really rate Eddie Howe as a manager too much because I think there's only a certain limit or there's a certain ceiling he has. Do you not think, for a club that has the money now that Newcastle have, your ambitions, at least for a manager, should be a lot higher? There's like his ceiling is like 4th or 5th or 3rd. Like he's never going to be in a title race. Like, and it's just.
I hear you. First of all, apart from this summer where they absolutely effed the budget, overall we have got our hands tied behind our backs. Whether man want to hear it or not, it's a fact. We know that, right? It's a fact. But this summer we can't blame the PSR thing really because we effed it up. That's why I can't really accept when people say that.
How much did you spend this summer? How much did you spend?
About 180, 200 million in it.
200 million. 200 million is a
more
lot
than Man United.
Money.
More than Man United.
And that's what that's what I'm saying. There's no excuse, bro. But in terms of when you say the ceiling and rare, and I'm gonna get beaten with a stick again because people don't leave me alone with this Arteta business. When Arteta was there 5, 6, how many years ago, bro? Did anyone say to him, "Where's his ceiling?" He's back to win a title, bro, and he spent billions, bro. Yeah. So, bro, and there's different levels between Arsenal and Newcastle. So when you say ceiling, then who else can come in?
Specs. I wanna support you.
But who else can come in though? Who else though? Jay, who else?
No, but Specs, I want to support your view here, and I want to push back, about this point because I think it's a disingenuous point. Because in football nowadays, you've got outstanding on the ball or very good off the ball. Yeah, that's the two camps managers fall into. Yeah, I'm like Eddie Howe is a very good off the ball manager, and he's a decent on the ball manager. Not great or anything. He's decent.
He's a one-trick pony.
Decent. He's acceptable, right?
Yeah.
My thing here now is, I promise you, if you go and get a different manager who focuses on the ball, even these Newcastle players, and Newcastle are 17th next season, you will see because the squad's been built with the characteristics of off the ball. You see what I mean?
But the difference is,
so now you've got to be really careful on who you think can come into these squad of players. And then make them better.
So is it the personnel or players that we're bringing in then, or Eddie then?
No,
Eddie.
Because Eddie doesn't want to evolve from what he knows, and what you've created so far, it's like you with your midfield profiles, you've been screaming out for a playmaker. So it's even like kudos, and Wemo, any sort of.
You mean the players they tried to sign? The players they tried to sign.
I'm just saying, like, then you get a language.
They tried to sign those players.
So for me, it's just profiling wise, it's Newcastle could be better. But
Jay, let me.
Okay, look at Villa, right? Villa have a lot of players that have pauser. Like they have quite a lot of technical players on the ball. They'll get the foot on the ball, things like that. They haven't got the best quality of players, but if you notice, they don't keep buying roadrunners. Do you know what I mean? They don't keep buying the same kind of profile. To me, Newcastle's limit is their recruitment. If Newcastle recruit better, they'd be a better team right now. They just hit the limit of their recruitment.
Yeah, but that's how I feel. But you look at Newcastle though, you got great on the ball players at your club already. I'd say Andy Gordon is quite good on the ball. I wouldn't say he's got tech. I'd say Voltameda, Bruno Guimarães, Tonali. You could even argue Jacob Ramsey, but yet you play him in defensive midfield. Lewis Hall, Livramento, Sven Botman, Chow.
Lewis Hall is very good on the ball.
Yes, exactly. They've got great on the ball players. Imagine Newcastle.
I think Jay means in the final third as a collective.
Yeah, they don't have enough creativity.
Yeah, like because realistically,
yes and no. If you look at
because your midfield can be robust. I feel like Newcastle actually, when they're at their best, have probably the best blend in the Prem of robust and technical.
Okay, so look, who are Newcastle's best technical players? I would
Bruno Guimarães and
I would say personally, Bruno Guimarães, Lewis Hall, Livramento. I'd probably say they're their three most technical players, and two of them are fullbacks.
Voltameda should be one.
Voltameda's up there.
Good bloody
You see
player.
what
That's the
I'm
point.
saying? Like, I'm like,
I've had a
everyone
conversation many
else-
times, bro.
Everyone
I've had
else
a many
has got
times.
technical ability, but it's not
I
their
hear
number one quality. Those
hear
two
it, bro.
players in Holland and Liverpool, they're the two who are technically high level.
Yeah,
it's
but
their
that's
number
that's
one
why.
attribute.
But Jay, what you're saying is what they tried to do. Because if I was Newcastle's sporting director, or well, they didn't have one actually. If I was the one who was doing the recruitment there, Jay, I'd be saying, well, we tried to get Mbeumo, we tried to get Cunha,
Yeah,
we tried to get,
100%.
you know what I mean? Like all the guys you are naming, like they tried to get them.
And this is such a brilliant point, Mons. And this is where it comes down to recruitment, and then you have to ask the question: do we deviate from who the best player profile is because we're going too far down the list, and we get a higher quality player, but he's not perfect, i.e. Elanga, or do we keep going down the list and we end up buying, I don't know, like an Odebear type player? An under 20, a younger winger with high technical quality, but he's not the best quality player right now. That's one.
But that's why it's a panic buy, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
That's my point. But the thing is,
it's a collective. Who's the sporting director? I don't know.
But you're damned if you do. You're
Eddie Howe
damned
gets blamed for it.
If Newcastle keep going down that list, yeah, think about it. Newcastle got rejected probably by Kudus and Mbeumo. Probably by Madueke.
No, Cunha.
So Newcastle had a quality player that they were
Oh,
looking
Pedro,
for.
remember that one? Hey, how about this? Even a goalkeeper.
So Newcastle.
Why is Ekitike the latest one?
Newcastle.
Yeah, but it's a win for him.
They tried to get a certain level of play.
Shamelessly.
Ekitike said, you know what I mean?
Didn't get it. And then it got to Elanga. I would never sign. You've already got Barnes. You've already got Gordon. You can't justify getting Elanga. Do you know what I mean? Just get a different kind of player.
Oh, you're trying to get Sesko as well. Elanga.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Newcastle were rejected like 8 times with like good players this summer.
Yeah, that window was
crazy.
That was.
Would you say Weiss is all right on the ball? Because you kind of figured.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. To be fair,
brilliant.
Brilliant. He's brilliant, man. He's brilliant.
A better profile of player.
For a striker of today's market, yeah, or what is available, yeah.
So you either get Elanga now or Odebear, who will be better in a year's time.
Weiss was a brilliant pickup for me. I don't give a damn what anyone tells me, but he don't play. He just doesn't play, and you'd argue one
because he's dead, bro. What do you mean?
Apparently he's dead.
He had his injuries, obviously. That was unlucky. He's 29, 30 years old.
Apparently he's dead now.
Brother, he doesn't even fucking press around for the ball.
He watched this guy, bro. Went to Tottenham instead. I swear down that lineup would just cook people more. Imagine you get Kudus and Vissa the same lineup, bro. That would injure the
Respectfully, Kaz, Vissa would be our 4th best striker. Genuinely.
No, he wouldn't.
And he's dead, bro.
He would.
Nah, he's better than all your forwards. He's better than all your forwards.
Bro, he's dead right now.
Better than all your forwards. Yes, he's better than Solanke.
He's not, bro. This is not better than Solanke. Stop it, bro.
What's this done out here,
He's
bro?
not better than
Solanke. Solanke's great.
You can't even run.
You know.
What are you doing here? You can't
I can't believe.
At this
moment in time, he can't run.
All right. Don't get your knickers in the twist, man.
We effed up, innit?
Hey, and by the way, yeah, I know we
talked
talked a lot about Newcastle.
You should have bought Newcastle. Should have bought Wutara.
All them man there, or the guy from Bournemouth, or even.
Is Solanke better than Weiss though?
No, he's not.
No, he's not better, bro. But at this moment in time,
is he though? Once. Imagine if they bought that. Imagine if you bought that new youth that went to Bournemouth, the one on the right hand side, the Ryan. Imagine if it was him. So that's your scouting, anyways. But
Solanke's just been injured.
This is great and all, yeah. We could talk about Newcastle. We could talk about how horrendous they are. We've done a lot of it. Make sure you smash the likes, people. I don't know what likes we're on, but I'm pretty sure the live chat can keep me up to date a little bit more because I have to keep flicking on and off. Kind of jarring the way it works. Why are you smiling, VD? You had on aggregate, you was worse than Newcastle, my bro.
I already said
why
that.
is Solanke better than Weiss, though? Why is he better?
What do you mean? Why
is he better?
Who said that?
Bro,
He just is.
Why is he better?
Yeah,
Why is he better?
Because he's better at every facet of football apart from there's no
Finishing.
facet of football.
Scoring goals.
Maybe
scoring goals.
No, bro. Vissa had
Not
one
better
hot
than
season. Bro, Vissa had one hot season, yeah. Solanke's
So did Solanke.
Chat is saying Solanke's better. I don't know what that's.
Bro, Solanke is definitely better than Vissa.
Solanke's just been injured.
You said Weiss had one hot season. So has Solanke. So they had. So Solanke's only had one hot season.
Bro, no,
Pieces
but
had
that's
more
fine,
than
bro.
one
But Solanke plays for Spurs, right? So
And Solanke was on pens. Wissa wasn't
Vissa
when
doesn't
they both
play
scored
for
90. He got
Newcastle.
19 goals.
Yeah, Vissa's just like honestly, like Vissa has none of the technical attributes that Solanke has. Solanke's just a better footballer.
Yeah, he's more of a hold up. He's a better hold up striker. Yes, he can hold the ball up better than Wissa can. But in terms of getting in the right place at the right time,
you know what?
I think Wissa's more of a goal threat. I think Wissa's more of a goal threat.
Did I not see Newcastle want Solanke?
I don't know, but I think Wissa's more of a goal threat, personally.
No,
wait, let me run this.
What do you mean this is more of a goal threat, bro? No, it's not.
Anyways, there's too much energy for this. I'm hearing there's a chance Premier League get 4 teams. You don't have to hear. You can just go look up for yourself. England have 16,000 more points than Italy, who are in second place. There's no catching up, G. There's no catching up. It's finished,
bro. Listen, you guys. Listen.
By the way, Jay, I'm not saying Solanke shit.
I know you know, but people talking like Vissa didn't get his big move to Newcastle and is stinking up the joint. Yeah, he had a good run at Brentford when he's playing in a counter-attacking team, running into space. Yada, yada, yada. Cool. Yeah. No top 6, 7, 8 team would be wanting Vissa to be leading the line because he's technically not competent to do it. Whether or not you want something else from your striker, cool. But Vissa has been given his opportunity to show that he's a top striker and he's failing at the moment.
Eddie Howe's
Solanke ain't done shit since he's come to Spurs.
Solanke's been bare
injured. And so has Wissa.
Has Wissa not been injured?
Oh, long time. He still stinks though, but he had a worse injury. He had a long injury, bro. Yeah, fully fit now, I don't think. So put him.
He had a worse injury, no preseason.
That's not even care.
I'm on a whatever thing. I'm not trying to give more airtime to Vissa versus Solanke. It's like I'm talking about Spurs and Newcastle crazy. But let's swing this back to Chelsea.
Yeah, what are you saying about Racina? Sorry.
We want Solanke more than Vissa, man.
Okay. Oh, by the way, sorry. You know what it is? You don't just quickly as well, Cass.
Go for it.
I see why the TL thing's difficult as well, because the way 39-year-old Lewandowski literally just spun him up was nasty.
Oh
yeah, like the way he was turning in slow motion was nasty.
How old?
I don't know how old Lewandowski is. I just guessed.
38.
I just guessed how old he was in it.
He's 30. He's 37, turning 38 soon.
Oh my god, that's kind of lit though, playing for Barcelona still and being that age. By the way,
because his mind is.
Let's not be silly, bro. It was self-inflicting moments, bro. That's why those goals come. Let's stop that.
I think when you lose
every single goal,
when you lose 7-2 Specks, I think we've taken the self-inflicted aspect of it.
You just said every goal was self-inflicted, bro. Every goal
even the first leg, every goal was self-inflicted.
So all 8 goals were self-inflicted.
Apart from the header, but Tino could have done better.
It's like apart from this goal.
Come on, Jay. You know I'm not chatting shit, bro.
Other teams can put you under the cosh.
Listen, Specks.
So the goal where they cut you open with 3 passes and Firmin just tucked it bottom corner.
Self-inflicting. It's horrible. That's
wow.
What is that? What? Was that class? Was that class or something?
What?
Barca. It was self-inflicting.
Bro, the ball got plopped through the lines. It got flicked around the corner. Man went in the
That's criminal.
Yamal put his foot on the ball, faked one way, faked the other. Dan Burn was still traveling. He sent back Dan Burn back to Newcastle, and then Ramsdale got fake shotted, then he got slapped. And Lewandowski slapped it in. Is that something?
I stand by what I said, man. But we got cooked.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go to.
Let's move on. He held 8 goals.
Let's ask the other team that held 8 goals. Were all your goals self-inflicted, BD? Just asking for a Newcastle friend.
You can see the bare bangers. I can't lie, bare bangers.
Yeah, I think the last 6 shots they had were goals. Nah, I'll be honest, bro. Those shots were mental, bro. There's nothing we could have done against them. We did have mistakes, though.
That Barcola.
So you'd argue,
bro, he slapped it twice.
He left it in the first leg for me, man. I genuinely believe, bro. I watched the whole both legs. I genuinely believe, no cap, bro. I thought Chelsea could have went on to win that. Hear me out. I don't know. Everyone's on their opinion. You can laugh, bro.
Oh,
Jay, did
man.
you watch the game? Did you watch the first leg?
I watched both legs.
The whole thing, bro. And at no part you thought Chelsea
what I'm saying is, there's a quality difference. Okay, agenda aside, there was a quality differential between PSG and Chelsea that Maresca managed to mitigate when they played. But when they played, what Rosenior did, he exposed it. He exposed the gap between the team. What Maresca did is he minimized the gap. Rosenior exposed it. Watching those games, you see technical quality difference between these players in the moments. The moments of you see PSG have quality players popping the ball around, high quality finishing, high quality. There was a difference in quality between the sides that Chelsea. It doesn't matter that the game was close. It was just PSG just had way more quality. And if you're leaving your defenders one-on-one against people who are better than them, they're going to expose you. And that's what happens. Chelsea just continually got exposed by a team that was just better than them. And that doesn't mean that Chelsea, the gap is...
They were roofing everything.
You don't think there was individual mistakes in that as well, bro? That played a part?
The mistakes,
bro, it can be had at,
mistakes are because those players aren't good enough. That's my point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for Fafana, for the first goal.
Before you go, VD, we were having a conversation a few weeks ago, and I said Maresca would use this squad better than Rosenior. And what I meant was Maresca wouldn't play some of these bums. He's like, these players can't play, like, because they're not good enough.
Funnily enough,
Rosenior actually gives some of these players a chance. Playing Sarr, playing Santos, they are not good enough to play the highest level of European football. Maresca knew that. That's why he refused to play them, because he knew if he plays these players, we're
adding on to that, I actually did say something. It was I understand, like, Maresca had a pretty rigid system, and I understand why, because if you give any of these players freedom, they get exposed. Like, and it happened again and again and again and again. The first goal for Fafana and Chalobah at the crime again, just not working. Now, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll be real. They roofed every shot. Like, there's not much we could have done besides what the Kavicha goal. Sanchez should have done better. So maybe he wasn't saving that long shot from Kavicha in the first leg.
That was criminal.
I'll take that one back now. It just, I'll be real. I blanked it out. I ended up doing my match reaction at halftime. So there's that.
That's
got that uploaded then. And it was just, I don't know, man. And it's just 3 games against Arsenal, Newcastle, PSG twice, and obviously Villa. You've won 1, and there's only 1 game that you've played well. And the only reason we played well in that game is because Villa refused to adapt. It's like they wanted us to win. So it's like every other team that has adapted, or it's just shown that there's just, I don't know, just showing that they're a better team than us. And when we had Maresca, that weren't the case. He was actually picking teams apart. And now, twice now, I think, I can't remember who the other player was. I think it was Gusto and Palmer, or it was Gusto and Enzo or something like that, has now said the other team was better tactically.
Yeah.
There was a tactical difference. And that does not sit right with me. Like, I get it. The players also have to do their job. But we just look clueless, and it's like we can't hit second gear.
It's just my point on observing it, and obviously you can just tell when you watch the games. Like when I watch Rosenior's setup, I'm like, one, it's too brave. It's way too brave for this level of European football. Like Barca can play it. Barca can play it because they've got Yamal and Rafinha and Kabasi and all these guys. Okay, Barca can play, and they'll still get slapped sometimes, yeah? But you can't play this team with Sarr and Santos, and it to me, it's like, but for me, I look at it like he's built a rod for his own back, because when he comes into the club, I haven't forgotten the stuff he was saying about these players, because he was trying to suck up to the board.
Bro, you know what I mean? Apparently all of them are world class.
Like, these players aren't good enough. He comes in and he's like, these players are class. Can't wait to work with them.
Look, world class. World class. He is saying they're world class.
You've got to hold it then in this instance.
Chelsea, bro. Really, Sanchez was in goal this time.
Yeah, I expected better, man. That first goal. Why did he look away? Did you not notice that? He looked away before Kavicha was about to take the shot and looked back. I don't know what happened there. He should have done better there.
Yeah.
I remember his goal. I remember Barcola's goal. I don't remember the rest of them. It's gone. It's gone from my brain. I was so locked out, and it's funnily enough, you then take off the. Do you know what? The game wasn't winnable, so I'm not mad at taking off Palmer, Pedro, whoever else it was. I think it was Caicedo or something. But you see, when tossing came on, literally, the amount of people that got up and left the stadium, that had to have been a record. Everybody got up and left. So it's also, we can talk about Rosinha, but it's just everything always stems from Bedadik Bali, Paul Winstanley, and Lawrence Stewart. It goes from them three all the time. It messed up from the jump. Yeah,
he's shit, isn't it? Yeah, he's not good enough. He's very average.
From the moment that it's so backwards, and it's all I can think about, because you sacked Tuchel for Parra and it didn't work, and then you hired Vivell, and you're thinking, do you know what, Vivell, he's worked with Red Bull, you know, that consortium has done literally the thing that we're doing now, and they've done it well. So you think, yeah, he's got a recommendation. Nagelsmann rejects us. Enrique pulls out the race, and you're thinking, yo, what's going on? Vivell leaves. From that moment, I should have realized it's done, bro. And then you've left it to these two idiots to go and try and fix, which is Paul and Stanley and Stewart, to try and make up the difference. And who have they brought in? Like, Stewart brought in Badiashile and Disassi, some of the worst defenders I've seen play for the club. Joe Shields brought in Tosin. Like, cool, he brought in Palmer, but other than that, everybody else has just been some other City player that hasn't been able to play there, and it's not gone well. Paul Winstanley, like, who is he? I think they brought in some decent players like Vega, and then they sold him. Like, what so wait, that, bro?
So wait, and then who's that guy?
For peanuts.
Yeah,
like that one. That's the one that hurts. Because for me, right now, like literally, in for the past 2 months, 3 months, maybe, or even for the better part of the season, for me, Lewis Hall's been the best left back in the league. Like, in terms of just this season's performances, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna stretch it in it. Like, I get told I go overboard. We sold him for peanuts, bro. We sold him for peanuts, and it don't make sense, because you brought in Hato, and Hato still, like, he's got something about him, but he's still too a bit rash. And because he still needs time to develop, it's more pressure on Cucurella to stay fit. It's more pressure on Cucurella to stay performing at a level, because you can't really trust these young bucks. And it's just the same over and over and over and over again. And everybody always asks, where's the 1 billion gone? Where's the 2 billion gone? I'm asking the same question. So every single time we talk about Chelsea do this and you're laughing at Chelsea, everything needs to be directed to them. How have they spent this much? How have the sporting directors spent this much? And from what rumors are, what sources are saying, Rossini is safe. Why? Why though? Like, I don't care.
He's safe because he's. But this I'm asking you, V. Who's the guy? What's that guy? I can't pronounce his name. That went to that Chelsea protest against the project protest meeting. Who's that guy? Michael something. What's his name? Nah, man. One of the guys that worked for your board, bro. That had a meeting with the protesters.
Finkelstein, is it him? The one that said it's effing obvious we're building one of the best.
Yeah, and he scores.
Bro, what are you on about, man?
He's adamant.
This is just
he's telling your fans, no, like we are doing what you lot want us to do, but you just got to be patient. And that's what for me. That ain't Chelsea, bro. You get me?
It's just you look at it. Yeah, we always talk about spent however much on Gittins and Garnacho combined. Like, before we spent that, Kavica wanted to leave Napoli. We could have spent on him. Yeah, even if it wasn't him, you could have got someone else. Even Nico Williams, he is where he is now, but you could have just gone for one. The same for striker. Obviously, people will say, but you wanted thing. Actually, I wanted Alvarez. Then I wanted Osimhen. Then that didn't work. I wanted Sesko. Then I wanted Osimhen again because I got given Hope. Then we got given Delape. Like, it is what it is, isn't it? You could have gone for these people, but instead you decided to split it. And they're not going to be able to develop properly because they're young. Now they have to share minutes, so you're not getting the proper development. And it's just a cycle. You could have just spent big on one each year, and it would have been a continuous progression of, okay, this person's solid, then this person's solid, and this person's solid. And the thing is with this model, you sprinkle in, or it just in football, you sprinkle in the young bucks. You don't say, you have to change this. You have to change this on your ones, bro. And then even then, again, Gittins and Garnacho, bro, you're both young. Like, what would you expect?
That's their model, though, bro. That is their open. That is their model. It's like some American kind of like business sense of that is, which is sad. That's basically their model, bro. It's not the choice of old where you buy it now for now and we do now. And it's sad when you haven't got a few experienced players to try and balance it. That's their model, bro. And they're saying, boy, you just got to stick with it. And obviously, Rasheed ain't going to go.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work, and it's especially
not for your fans. No,
like Rosinia, like I said, is a bit brave in it, and you can't be brave with these sort of players. Or is that a lack of adaptation, or is that a lack of squad? Or is it just a bit of both? And it's just
it's because
it seems like always a cycle.
It's a puppet.
If you look at the squad that you've got, right, it's you probably lack. Well, I mean, it takes a while for these players to develop. Then you end up selling certain players that develop for money, and then buying new players that need to develop. And it's just like a constant sliding scale. I look at Chelsea as being like they love trading for players. You know, I look at them now. You've got Quenda coming in the summer.
I do like him. He's actually one of the ones I actually do like.
Yeah,
I think they're the types.
But then you're gonna have Quenda, Palmer, and Esteval, all of whose best position is right wing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Quenda can play on the left well, but then it's like you then look at it again. Garnacho, Gittins. There's rumours of us wanting Morgan Rogers as well, who could play on the left. So it's just like, where is the direction? This is the one thing I've always been thinking about. Where is the direction? Because I don't see none. It's just kind of like you're in this cycle, and then you bring in a manager who, to be fair, everybody doubted at first with Maresca. He's shown he's got the balls, and all he asked for was a centre back, and it was a logical response because everybody knew our centre backs weren't good enough. And I keep saying it: the moment Colwell went down, you should have been on the phone. All right, how can we fill this gap? It needs to be someone good. It needs to be someone strong. It needs to be someone capable. And you did none of that. And when he asked for it, which was everybody else was asking for, everybody, or like literally everybody on this panel would have said it once before. Any rival fan that doesn't even watch Chelsea a whole bunch still would have known, right? Your best defender's gone down. You need a centre back. You just need someone to fill the void. You did none of that. So Maresca asked for it and he got sacked for it. It don't make sense. It really don't make sense. And again, we should have known from the moment that Julian Nagelsmann pulled out and did that interview, we should have known it was over. Because he said, I can't remember, he said something like, there's no way you can work with how they think. And it's just, it's the same again. It's the same again and again and again. And I'll be here next week saying the same.
Is this revisionism though? Like, you know, when Chelsea bought Hato, were fans not saying, oh, Hato, great player?
High ceiling. I do think he has a high ceiling.
I think we were more or less thinking Cucurella might actually get a rest now. That was the main thing. But we also had Vega, who was better than Hato. Let's be real. He was better. He was solid. And we sold him. We sold him. What? Because he wanted to play centre back or something like that. I'll tell you what, Vega at centre back would have been better than Disasi. Disasi? No, he got Gulag by that point. It would have been better than Tosin. It would have been better than Badiashile. And at the minute, would have been better than Sarr. And it would have probably been better than Fofana. So
because
you're
like, bored. But VD is because you're bored. You're bored being as shit and as bad as it's been has at least exposed to you, man, how meaty your squad actually is. You know what I'm saying? And Jay's right with the revisionism. Jay's right with the revisionism. You lot tried to do the copium thing. Some tried to do the cope. Not all. Some tried to do the Garnacho cope. You know what I'm saying?
I was one of them.
And man, them now know that's all dead. Outside of that, you tried to get Kudus and Xavi. That didn't work. You know what I'm saying? For Hato is actually a decent signing in my opinion. And when you look outside of that, the season before, you man would tell you it was the same you that said you had a better squad than the likes of Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's again. It wasn't. Yeah, it was 2 summers ago. But at the end of the day, you man thought your squad was that good. But
yeah,
now that you've played enough football, you know your squad isn't that good. You had a decent manager, you could get some sort of, you got 2 trophies and you've done all right with the team. But at the end of the day, your squad needs proper heavy upgrades in certain positions. And it shouldn't take now for your board to be this incompetent for you guys to see that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're right in blaming the board. You're right in blaming the board. But like the way you've gassed certain players that were never that good to begin with. Yeah. Now, at least now you know. Fofana. Fana.
No, I'll be real. Yeah, I did really like Fofana at Leicester. I really did. Price tag was mad. I really did like him.
They're convincing themselves because Sanchez had a decent season. He had a good season for Chelsea. They're convincing themselves that he's good enough. He's not good enough.
No,
he's not.
Sanchez ain't had a decent. What?
He's not good.
Sanchez has been good this season.
Like,
he has been good this season. He's not good.
Past 5 games.
I don't know about
I'm looking at it from, you get a critical massive fee, right? So you look at it like, so for example, Sesko, yeah, that fee of Sesko, this guy's got to bang. Because of that fee, he's got to bang. Yeah. Fofana's fee was always way too much for the level of risk there was for that level of fee. Do you know what I mean? It's very rare that you can buy someone.
You shouldn't have spent that much with his knee injuries, isn't it?
Yeah, but you already had a serious knee injury before you bought him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have spent
that money on him when he's already had a serious knee injury. It was already a risk. So, I mean, it seems like Chelsea are willing to pay high transfer fees sometimes, but not the wages. Or they'll pay some wages, but not the transfer fee. But I mean, look at United. United exponentially improved because they bought Mbeumo, they bought Cunha, they bought Sesko. They got 3 players that cost nearly £200 million, and the team's better. Do you know what I mean? They're just better. They didn't buy a £50 million Dortmund prospect who potentially might, if the stars align in 2 years' time, be a person that can contribute 15 GA in the league. They just went and bought Prem proven. You know what I mean? So I just think Chelsea need to really look at their best players. Kukureya, Prem proven. Yeah, Prem proven player.
Do you know what? It's funny, when Todd Bowley came in, he said, obviously we had no sporting directors at the time, so he was the sporting director. He came in, he was the sporting director. He said he had absolutely no idea what he was doing, but he saw that Man City wanted Mark Cucurella, so he wanted Mark Cucurella, and he went and got him. Then he listened to the recommendations of Tuchel. Now, I'll be honest, Tuchel's talent ID absolutely stank because he got me Sterling and he got me Koulibaly, right? But it was just, how was someone that's never been in the game doing something better than you have?
Koulibaly was a top centre-back in Europe when you bought him, by the way.
He was more on a decline. I don't think he was going to suit our system in it. Like, I don't know.
Again, this is what he means when he says revisionism. He was automatically top 2, top 3 centre backs in the league. I remember what Chelsea fans
automatically. But yeah, even so, that in itself is crazy that he's done a better job than them, man. It was like, I remember they were failing on Enzo Fernandez or the sporting directors. They couldn't get it done. So Todd Bowley flew over when they got it done. He wanted Rafinha. Like that's crazy to me. I'm pretty sure he wanted them.
I'll give you a new one. Have you seen the new one? Seen the new one? You know, Brighton are trying to buy those 2. One of the. I think it's the young Greek brother or whatever he is. All of a sudden, I don't know what his name is. I could be wrong. He might not even be Greek. And then all of a sudden, it comes out that Chelsea won him. It's like, what? Like more prospects, bro. Like honestly, Todd B, when he came out and said, "Oh, because Man City wanted him, we should also might as well go and get him." Yeah, it tells you everything you need to know. Like, is Winston Stanley and all that like really running the gaff, or is he trying to say no? Like who are the recruits? Like who are the scouts? Because you can have director of footballs, but you can have your head of recruitments, your director of footballs, your sporting directors, but before that comes all the scouts. Because even we used to run this. We used to run bare players, yeah. The Man United scouts would be like this player, that player, that player, that player. And then before you know it, director of football, who was it before my man? People could just remind me who it was. John Murto and all them, man. Nah, I think we're going to go get that one instead. Nah, I think this one will do better because he can probably do, we think he's going to be something about 9 years time or he's going to be good because he'll shut the fans up. They'll shut the fans up to get that sign. I wonder who this thing
has come. Every single signing has come from it has come from either Joe Shields, Win Stanley, or Stewart. All of them. It gets briefed. This person wants this person. All of the ex-City ones. So Palmer, Sancho, Gittins, Tossin, all of that came from Joe Shields. Garnacho. I'm pretty sure Caicedo, a few others I won't remember. I'm pretty sure Vega was there as well. Came from Win Stanley. And then the likes of Badiashile, Disassi and stuff came from Stewart. It's all from them 3. There is no scouts. They are the scouts. They bring the players in. Like
that can't be real. That's mental. But very quickly though,
they bring everybody.
Wait,
how about this? You put one key piece as well.
Is Modric still in your books? Because don't talk to Chess about him no more. Is he still in your books? Or
he's suspended. I think his pay is suspended indefinitely.
Yeah,
he's technically on the books. He's not terminated, but he's not getting paid because he breached contract.
That's mad, and he can't fight. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can't fight. You breach contract, bro. You took drugs in it. Like, it is what it is, or illegal substances for the football game, even if it might be something that might be legal elsewhere and you can do every day. I don't know, but
say no more.
Something like along them lines, people can probably be a little bit more clued up on that part. But you should always know it's always going to go poor when your president, owner, whatever you want to call him, Todd B, president. Yeah, let's just call it that because he's American, isn't it? He's beefing Egbali, and they don't like each other. If it's not cohesive, you're never really going to have a great running ship. Like, you don't hear about John Henry and all these men or whatever his name is, like beefing with somebody, I don't know, else along them lines of within the FSG group, innit? So this is what it's going to be, and this is what it's going to continue to be until one of them are removed. I just don't see how someone runs the game that they want to run it.
Be Egbali that goes, man. That guy,
man. You know what? You know what? To say the least, I know you're going to get pumped next game, innit? Yeah, by PSG, innit? We already know, but at least you're waving, you know, the flag for the United. Like, obviously, England right now for those
I just think we lose, innit? I just think we lose over. You get pumped.
But you dismantled Galatasaray in good fashion. You dismantled Galatasaray in good fashion. I'll be real.
No, yeah, bro.
Szoboszlai had their man on toast differently.
Yeah, for minute one, they didn't have anything, and at first, for me, it was a disgrace that we only scored from a set piece in the first half. Great finish from Szoboszlai, nice ball from McAllister. Like, obviously, cool. It was a nice goal that we scored, but open play we were creating for once. But they were also giving us opportunities. It was counter-pressing. It's the counter-pressing that killed them. It wasn't us carving them open. It was counter-press. And if we're going to create through counter-press, I don't mind because it's better than what we've had. But we can't counter-press every team to death like that. There are going to be teams you can just play out.
You ain't going to be able to do that against PSG.
Yeah, that was exactly the reason we were able to counter-press them so effectively is because it was a quality thing with Galatasaray. They couldn't handle that type of press. They actually gave us those type of opportunities in the first leg. We just didn't take them. But of course, but look, we don't take anything. We don't take any chances. You can see there's 2 J's. We didn't take any chances. So, second half, we put them to the sword. Should have been 8 or 9. Don't know how that last goal was disallowed, to be fair. The McAllister one, I don't know how that goal was disallowed. But no Gakpo. And we done what we needed to do.
You know what I mean?
It was Salah made up for his bullshit. Man missed the 1v1 and tried to Panenka. I missed the penalty. I was screaming, get him off at half time, but then he scored an absolute screamer. Very much old Salah, that type of goal. And a really good assist for Ekatike.
By that assist, you know what? Yeah, the game is just missing. You know, even Lewis Hall, was it yesterday, across to Elanga? Like, them sort of crosses, Salah to Ekatike. The game is missing that so much. Like,
low dribbling, you mean Jacob Murphy? The Jacob Murphy special.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, that, the game is just missing that out wide. It doesn't always have to be, oh, let me just cut it back and then input in an in swing or something like that. I miss that sort of stuff because them sort of goals just remind me of just how football should kind of be. And when you get down the flanks, it's not always cutting side merchants and shooting it. But I like that anyways. I like that goal was sublime because you got to look at the build up before that goal as well. It's underrated. It's all underrated. It's all underrated. I think even with the thing with Liverpool is it always will be is just at the moment is your consistency in it. It's just, can you do it again?
There's no consistency. Like, the only thing that's consistent is the fact that we don't create anything from open play. We don't know how to break a team down. The ball we still move the ball in patterns of play that are very easy to defend against. Again, the counter pressing killed them, absolutely killed them. And again, for me, it still feels like moments of brilliance that are still scoring our goals. You look at Salah's goal, good little link up on the edge of the box, but what would the XG be for Salah to score that goal? From there, like, do you know what I'm saying? The Ekatike one, I think that was good play because you kind of played it infield and it was a quick move, which is what we need to do more. But the decision making is still so bad in the final third. Like, with how bad Gala actually were, like, We should have scored so many more. Like, bro, they were like, yeah, we made them. This is my point. Like, it was
It's true, man.
obviously we dismantled them, innit? I'm not gonna take away the credit, but we have to look. I'm just trying to look at it fairly as well and say like the quality was just nowhere near. Like we easily, it could have been like 10 goals, like what almost said. It could have been should have been 10 goals.
Yeah, easily,
but we got the job
easily.
done. And maybe hopefully that shows. This is to me shows that the players can turn it on and do have the individual brilliance, but these tactics are holding us back, man. They really are.
I agree, man. A tougher team definitely does. It probably don't get dismantled that way, but
Yeah, because they won't get. They'll play out. They'll be able to play out of the press.
You know what it is, yeah. I think you said it yourself as well, not finishing off. But even in moments where I see Kanai isolated against that, is it Yilmaz on the left or whoever it was, whatever his name is? Yeah, it's like that was a much better player gets behind him and creates a much better situation. It's just little bits and bobs, and I was thinking, you know, this
the centre backs found the game easy, like Van Dijk.
Yeah. It's just
like this is the thing. We out passion them, and the thing is, if Liverpool just do the passion thing, we'd actually beat 60% of the teams. We'd actually beat if we just done the passion thing. And
what employ Eddie Howe's tactics? You were like, yeah, we'll be right.
Bro, I'm telling you now, if Liverpool just done, and Omo, there was no new system. If Liverpool just done the passion thing at Anfield, we're beating 90% of the teams.
Like you used to.
Just off passion. Just off the passion thing. Away from home, different story. But at Anfield, if you just do the passion
I'll be real once. I wasn't trying to watch Galatasaray versus PSG, though. Like, that's not what I watch Champions League fight like.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to see Newcastle versus.
I was trying to see Liverpool versus Chelsea, but VD got his ass handed to him.
Yeah. You know what? That would have probably ended up as a draw on penalties, anyways. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to see Tottenham versus. Atletico versus Newcastle. Like, I need to see that. In it. The only boring game that's there is Sporting versus Arsenal, and I'm pretty sure Arsenal looking at Sporting thinking, "He fucks me up a couple years ago, 2 years ago." When I think it was Agate who decided to lock
Barcelona could have been fun.
Nah.
Could have been.
Nah, because you got to remember, Atletico just ripped them apart about 4-1.
I know Salah played basically up top.
It's a nice game.
But on paper, it was a 4-3-3. Verts on the left, Ekitike up top, Salah on the right. But then obviously when we were on the ball, Salah came more central and Frimpong became the winger. That's when we were on the ball. And that's why the patterns still look the same. Because the wing backs were still in the same position they always were.
Oh, the way I'd have your team set up, man, in my mind, I'd think I'd be the best. That's the way I would play pig. For me, you've got two very superior fullbacks going forward. And I just look at this team thinking they don't need to be anything different, with how it kind of used to be. But this is what I think Xabi Alonso, there's been more rumors about him today, even yesterday, about him being linked to the job, It's just that I don't really want Gravenberch going forward. Like, I'll be real. I like Gravenberch when he's doing the sweeper six and I want to carry the ball forward, kind of. And McAllister's not far away. Because the issue is obviously going to be, okay, if the two, let's say the fullbacks go out, let's just call it Frimpong for now, Frimpong and Kirkes. I want them up the pitch. I want Salah on the inside, close to Ekitike, because them two are the link-up sparks, And even if you look at who's on the left, I'm having Rio, 1v1 specialist, makes the thing, because naturally Gakpo don't make a defender need to draw back. You don't never need to think about what's in behind. With Rio now on a 1v1, I know he's really young, but it goes to show what kind of player he is. You have to think, I might have to drop back that little bit more. A little bit like what Ahmad does against Aston Villa. You have to think about it because he will skin you, And then obviously at this moment of time, I would actually have Gravenberch as the most deepest and have McAllister not too far away. And obviously Wirtz pretty much I wouldn't even have him in any sort of fixed position. I'll just have him as a roaming. Just because I want, really and truly, because I think Van Dijk, Konate, even if Gravenberch is there with the likes of, you could even argue Szoboszlai if you wanted because McAllister's been asked. So whichever one, because it's all to do with build-up, push the line up a little bit more into their half. And I'm thinking, you've got the pace at the back anyways. You got recovery. Gravenberch is already strong. Szoboszlai's got legs if you want to play him instead. And Wirtz just needs somebody to say, go and play your ball in it. Go and help who you need to help. Go play this, that, and the other. Because I've already got Salah in the inside. I've already got the likes of Rio who's going to tug that outside or inside. It don't really matter. Kirkers will always hold that width. Stretch the pitch. Have you not always found out the only way to beat these teams that love playing long ball is stretching the pitch?
Yep.
Wirtz needs to be an 8, a 10, a winger, or a second striker, however he sees fit, because I think he's that intelligent.
That's how Nagelsmann used him against.
He's that intelligent. Exactly how Nagelsmann
Well,
kind of.
you're playing 3 at the back or 4 at the back?
No, I'm playing 4, but I'd have Gravenberch as one that picks up the ball and have McAllister very close to him. Something similar to last season, all the time. Or to Bosley, because I just think your build-up last season, was untouchable, bro. Untouchable with them.
We had Trent, but we had Trent, bro. You know,
the issue is you go from staggered to one centre mid, more like directly in front. If I see McAllister, I see Gravenberch. It's either them two are too far up, or if anything, it's too like it's not parallel whatsoever. It's like a one line, and it's kind of easy to play through. Too many gaps. Konate gets drifted out wide. Kirk has his tracking back, or if not, he's playing like this inverted fullback that he shouldn't be. I've got fast runners and got fast recovery pace. Why don't I use that to my advantage? I want Salah inside of the goal or edge of the box more time next to Ekatike, because Salah, as much as people say he's finished, he's still very difficult to get the ball off, and you know you're going to get the ball off him a little bit. Ekatike is also a hard worker, so he can.
I'm saying when we have Trent, we had Trent in build up in it. So like,
yeah.
Trent was more the build up than the system was the build up.
Yeah, true.
Like, but so you're saying you still play a 4-2-3-1? You'd still play.
Yeah, I'd go along the 4-2-3-1 route, but it would be very staggered.
It would be Rio. It would be Rio left, Ekatike up front. What? So where the subs go? Where the subs go?
Bench.
You benching subs like?
No, I said it's either him or McAllister for me, innit? This season, if you're gonna go this season, we have to be real. McAllister's been very poor in it, so it would probably be Szoboszlai. I think McAllister's somehow just lost his legs a bit, like as in you're not getting out wide, you're not getting space.
Oh yeah, so you're saying you'd make him the right winger, but he's the right back. But he's the starting right back.
Yeah. I like. See, the thing is, I'd adopt Liverpool of old. I think you got fullbacks that can make problems.
Yeah, but they're being told to invert. So you're saying you play Frimpong right back, tell him to push forward and get the midfielder.
Yeah. I want my strikers as close as possible. I've got legs. Gravenberch, even if it's Szoboszlai, you're covering a lot of aspects of the pitch. But if you have them two never too far away from each other, bro, you know how hard it is to kind of get past staggered central midfields. Look at Casemiro and Kobe, for instance. They're always staggered. They're always parallel. They're not too far away from one another. And they ain't really got mad running power or legs. Yeah. But yeah, look how hard it is to break down Man United at times. Cool, you can play through it. You can't defend everything. But imagine you have someone that's a bit more able and a bit more, who can cover the pitch a lot more. It's just...
Yeah, no,
do you know what I mean? Do you know how hard that is? Just a typical kind of 4-4-2 staggered, 4-2-3-1 staggered. I just think, for me, if you've got flying fullbacks, use them to your advantage. Because Frimpong's got good delivery when he wants it, and Kirk has... We don't see enough of it, innit? I don't know why he plays the way he needs to play, but...
Did you say Szoboszlai on the bench?
Nah, you know what? I'm going off of if it's a plain old season, everything's reset in it kind of thing. I'm not going to ignore what I saw last season with McAllister and Grav. The issue is Grav goes up now a lot further with McAllister, and it's just a big gaping hole.
McAllister's just got to sit his ass on the bench.
There's
no justification for Sobo not starting. McAllister can't. Sobo this season is better than McAllister was last season anyway.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he is.
No, because last season McAllister was
doing crap last season.
Because McAllister was getting hear me out. McAllister was like the 6th most important player last season, but was doing well. Sobo is like your best. Sobo is like your best player this season.
This season, Sobo wouldn't be in our top.
No. But listen to what I'm saying here now. If Sobo was playing the exact same level and the rest of your team were playing to the level they were last season,
no one speaks about Sobo.
I speak about Sobo.
No. I'm saying, Jay, if you're saying if Sobo stayed at this level and Liverpool played to the level where we're winning the league, no one's talking about Sobo.
No, but no one's.
We'll talk about how much he runs.
No one was only talking about McAllister last season. He was having a good season, but he wasn't.
No. McAllister was world-class level last season. Unreal player.
McAllister was an important. Was McAllister in Liverpool's top 4 most important players last season?
No, it was Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Gravenberch,
Probably Allison, man.
and
Probably
Lewis.
Allison.
I would say Lewis. I would
That's what I'm
say
saying.
Lewis.
No, remember, he got injured for that little small period, didn't he? That after the thing, did he
what I'm
not?
trying to
Did he
say-
not get
Yeah,
over that
no, but
injury?
Kelleher did play
I'm
like a
just
chunk.
saying, quite-
Kelleher played like a
Oh, yeah,
chunk
that's
of the
what I was saying.
season.
Keller, not Allison. Yeah, for the December
No,
period, isn't it?
listen, I'm just saying it's quite clear.
Kelleher
to me.
played for like 2 months.
No, but I don't even think. I think Sobo this season is clearly better than McAllister last season. Not because McAllister was bad last season, but because if you put the rest of the team, Sobo is your best player. He's performing the best out of anybody.
Yeah, and that's why we are where we are.
But Sobo this season being your player of the year is better than last season's McAllister.
No, but it's easier to say that because the team is crap. I'm not saying it's wrong.
No,
but
no,
the team
because
is
he's
so
just
bad,
playing
it's easier to
much
say that.
better. Like as in, like he's
But there's an argument to say that again, if the team is playing better, then these stuff we're seeing from Sobo, the magnifying glass is nowhere near as like.
no.
there
But
isn't as much
what
as-
I'm trying to say is McAllister. It's easier to be a good player when everyone else is good around you, because people are giving one.
It's just kind of
everyone's
dragging
being
them out the mud.
associated. It's all facilitated.
Sobo's like it's dragging us off the
being a
mud.
great player
He's the-
on an island of himself.
A
He's
player
doing his thing.
that covers more ground is always going to look better in a team that's performing.
No.
Thank
But
you.
I'm saying Sobo right now looks great on his own. Every game, Sobo. I haven't seen Sobo play lower than a 7 out of 10 this season.
Man
I
United.
haven't seen him play lower than a 7 out of 10. Most
Man
games,
United safe.
Barnsley.
so
Safe.
most games, like
Yeah.
Sobo for me has been your best player this season. Yeah, McAllister was like your 6th best player last season, 7th. Now I'm just saying, there's no way I can reconcile the fact that your best player this season wasn't better than your 7th best player last season. It just
We're talking about a title winning, yeah, but it's not. It's a. You can't compare a title winning side to one that's going
Try
to
to win inside to a side that's struggling to get top
Yeah,
4.
this is what I mean. You can't do the revisionism like that. See, for me, yeah, all right. I hear you out. It depends what you prefer. You like Conor Gallagher's, I don't in it. You like Conor Gallagher's, I don't in it. There's the big difference. So let's get that straight, yeah.
No, because you always do this. Me saying that somebody's not
is having it for what Liverpool are this year. Szoboszlai is looking like their best player, and that says a lot for me, yeah. So before you have your rebuttal and all that kind of stuff, yeah. See me, yeah. I would argue this, yeah. I like midfielders who are able to dominate a game pretty much top to bottom. So that's why I don't like certain midfielders like Morgan Rogers and that. I don't look at Szoboszlai as somebody who can superiorly keep the ball in the middle of the field too much. Hence why he needs to go forward and do
He's not
forward
that
things.
profile. Not that
Yeah,
profile.
exactly.
So
So that's why when you ask me who would you rather have in terms of the middle of the park, if you had clean slate season,
But McAllister's not being asked to do that either. McAllister's just being asked to contribute.
McAllister can do it.
McAllister's just
he
being
has
asked
done it.
to contribute to the team. Sobo is running the team. He is the most important player. He's the best player in the team.
What do you, wait. What do you mean by running the team?
Szoboszlai is the player who facilitates most of Liverpool's good play. He is
By doing what?
By facilitating the play. His associative play is good. He helps link the play together in the team. He's not a playmaker. He doesn't have pauser. He's not that guy.
McAllister done that last season.
Seasons before that with Brighton as well. He's a dominant, bro. He's clearly just having a poor
McAllister has
season.
never been a guy that to me runs the game per se.
You can just go.
Szoboszlai doesn't run the game for Liverpool. He runs around, doesn't run the game.
Running the right back as well, you know. All right, let me.
Szoboszlai doesn't run the game. He doesn't run the
no
game.
game. You want Szoboszlai up the field.
I didn't say
Szoboszlai almost. If you say sets the tone, I'd hear you. If you say sets the tone,
semantics.
I'm not doing semantics. He says sets the tone with his physicality.
What I'm basically trying to say here is, I feel what I'm saying to you is so clear. I don't know why you're not getting it.
Right, by the way, you know, I love this.
McAllister has never been asked to run the game at Liverpool. All he's asked to do is contribute to the quality of the team. That's all he's ever been asked to do. He's never had a role more important.
All right. Can I come out with this angle? Can I come out
literally his role.
In the midfield? McAllister's job has always been, as I said, there'll be times where he needs to dictate the game. There's a time where he knits things together. He was easily the most progressive passer in our midfield. He was technically the best midfielder. He was the best technical midfielder in our midfield. The second McAllister dropped off, our midfield has been cheeks for nearly a year. Since McAllister has dropped off, the midfield has been cheeks. It's been cheeks. By the way, Szoboszlai still plays in our midfield, and our midfield is still shit. It is still shit. Right. That highlights the importance. That highlights the importance of McAllister's job. That is
can I ask you something as well? After once, I need to, I have to. Yeah, cool. Yeah, because we got Statman over here. Yeah, right. How many free kicks has Szoboszlai scored in the Premier League this season? Three, four free kicks in the Prem. Four free kicks. Three or four. All right, 3 or 4. Yeah. And when it comes to corners and stuff on the other side, on the in swingers, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got that on par like Bruno does. So he gets a couple assists for Van Dijk and for the headers. Yeah, cool. Right. You would argue he's a much more attacking player as well, going further forward, getting involved with the goals and whatever. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. So I think it's only fair to argue both seasons since Szoboszlai was poor last year. After the first few games, after ball,
it wasn't poor. It was all right.
For someone who cost about 70 million, he was definitely after that Bournemouth game. It went downhill for me. Yeah, cool. McAllister last year, I remember them top bin finishes: 5 goals, 5 assists for someone who played pretty much next to Gravenberch, staggered, give the ball to Luis Diaz, everything, blah blah blah. Yeah, because Jay is such a stats guy, so we're gonna provide the stats. So when it comes to open, no, I'm not
a stats guy.
You are a stats guy. You're a GA guy.
You're not a stats guy, Jay.
Oh wow, it's nonsense because we're having a football conversation here.
I am having a football conversation.
The point I'm making is a very clear point. Yeah, McAllister has never been the most important player in Liverpool.
Mad thing.
7th most important, and he played very well last season. This season, Szoboszlai is Liverpool's best player, and he's also playing very well.
What have you done for me recently, man?
The difficulty of what Szoboszlai is doing this season is clearly more impressive than what McAllister did last season because the team's worse.
I'm just saying, for someone who played deep, collect the ball from deep, run the ball forward as well. Gravenberch, pretty much both of them took turns in all of it a lot of the time, yeah, because it was the 4-4-2 staggered. Someone who presses everything. If one is running a game and someone, because if you're going to have stats, guys, then we'll do the Prem stats as well, yeah, because it's more important. I don't care if you go out. Bruno Fernandes had the most assists, even getting knocked out of the champs by 7 goals, like 7 assists. I don't want to hear all about all that kind of stuff, yeah. You're saying that Szoboszlai is more important than what McAllister did last year when pretty much he played majority of the games, ran games, which he did with Gravenberch and the rest of them. But yet, what have you done for me recently? Because I banged in a free kick or got something from a set piece. He's played well from right back and he's played the decent games anytime he's gone forward as an attacking midfielder. If anything, you should compare Szoboszlai and probably Wirtz, who would be more influential in an attacking position, if anything. Not McAllister and all that. McAllister is superior central midfielder.
This reminds me of 2015 Chelsea.
You will love Valverde.
Wait, hold on.
How about it?
That's not saying he doesn't rate Szoboszlai.
All right.
I didn't say
Kazel Valverde, but when Szoboszlai gives you exactly the same skill set in the field, you're gonna be like, not for me. Not really doing it.
You know what? Give me that. They kind of English, but Valverde is more.
They're very similar.
Yeah, they're very similar. Okay. No, they're very similar. I know that, but like I say, Valverde can play multiple positions, but guess what? He does it consistently at high level for a long time now. So don't want to hear that when you're trying to glaze Jude Bellingham's and Morgan Rogers and shit players like that.
Listen, Bellingham's Bellingham. Yeah, I'm never gonna. It's a low IQ conversation for me to try and justify why I think Jude Bellingham's good. In this conversation, though, I understand where you think that McAllister is technically a better player than Szoboszlai.
Oh no! You know what? No, technically, Szoboszlai is fucking wicked. Besides McAllister in different areas, don't get me wrong, but Szoboszlai's got wicked tech because technique can also mean shooting and stuff like that.
Like ball striking technique.
Ball striking. Unreal. I'm not trying.
An overall technician, McAllister is more intelligent and better than Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai needs to, like, difference is Szoboszlai needs to have the game in front of him, where McAllister can play in all tactics. He can have the game in front of him.
That's a fair point. Szoboszlai finds it more difficult. Szoboszlai needs playing off the left side.
He has to paint the picture. And he's still able to execute. But he's still able to execute it very well. He has a good range of passing. He strikes the ball very well. And as I said, the bottom line is with the Premier League, the reason why Szoboszlai is more important than McAllister now is because we're more reliant on the engine aspect of the game, which is still a very important part of Liverpool's game. At the end of the day, Liverpool 7 out of 10 man was McAllister. And Liverpool are as bad as we are in the midfield, more because of McAllister than because of Szoboszlai. McAllister drops off, Liverpool look as bad as they do in midfield. Szoboszlai drops off, I believe it isn't as detrimental. It's not as detrimental. Man, McAllister's been shit since shit, and Liverpool's midfield has been shit. Szoboszlai's been in the midfield. He's been there too. He's been there.
Would you not argue?
He's also been at the scene of the crime.
Would you not? Who was the midfield three last season? The regular three.
It was all three of them. It was the three of them: Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch.
Right. So the three of them worked in good harmony, right?
They did. And
so it worked well together. I guess my point here is the physicality. Why McAllister looks washed sometimes is because he looks like he can't do the running. He can't do.
He can't move. He can't move.
Yeah,
it's got worse.
It's got worse. That's a core part of Szoboszlai's skill set. Is something that should be attributed positively to him, not just taken as a standard. Fair?
Because he's exceptionally good at covering ground.
That's my point.
Just because he's exceptionally good at covering ground, I'm not going to sit there and hear that his importance, because he runs around a lot, makes him a better player.
But his season this season, because of the running around, if you also factor in, if you want to big up why we like McAllister because he scored some screamers, last minute winners, stuff like that, cool. We can exhibit the same logic to Szoboszlai with his free kicks.
But that's not why I don't look at McAllister and go, oh my God, you've scored screamers. And yes, McAllister has scored a number of screamers.
But I think perceptionally, that's what has positively pushed him up in some people's.
Yeah, because if you take away his screamers, then clearly his job goes under the radar. Because as I said, the way he knits up, he's our most progressive midfielder. He's the best on the ball. He's technically the best outside of ball strike and all that stuff. He's technically our best midfielder, but he has the least physical attributes with Gravenberch and Sobo. He's got the worst physical attributes. Off the ball, he's the worst. However, when your technician, the guy, like again, it's like Villa's Kamara. I like it to Villa's Kamara. When Kamara gets injured, now that Kamara's injured, these men have fallen apart. They've fallen apart. If Szoboszlai gets injured, if Szoboszlai gets injured in Liverpool's winning season, Liverpool don't fall apart.
But look at it like this, Mons. Szoboszlai has been arguably one of the best, maybe top three midfielders in the Champions League this season. I need to double check. I haven't watched all the games, but he's definitely top five. I think top three. I'll have to double check though. Yeah. And I'll look at him then, and I'll look at his physical attributes. Technically, he's gravy. Like Kaz is looking at me. It sounds funny, but I think it's about right. It sounds funny, but it's about right.
What? No, top five.
It was like without his moments in this season.
Honestly,
that's what's propelling.
Honestly, just let it simmer. Don't react to hearing me say that he's been top three, top five.
Wait, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Pedri. I'm not saying Valverde because he scored a hat trick. I don't think Real Madrid have been great at all. Zubimendi's up there for me. Declan Rice is in there for me at the moment, ish in terms, but maybe not top five. Maybe not top three. You know what? I might even have to put. I'm going to be real. You know who else has had moments as well? Even off the Eze has had moments in the Champions League.
Eze has not been better in the Champions League than
Champions League. Eze, coming off the also had moments.
This is what I said. Just let the comments simmer.
Hear me out, yeah. Because we're talking about moments, yeah. A lot of the time, it's moments with Szoboszlai. Eze's also come off the bench and played games and had moments too, bro. But why doesn't he get singled out? Why?
All Eze has had this season.
Martinelli's also been one of the best left wingers in the Champions League, unfortunately, this season.
Is that really I'll accept Vitinha or something like that.
No, Vitinha's up there regardless. But how about this? Vitinha's not there. Vitinha's not there this season.
No, bro. These other people haven't been better than
Vitinha in the group stages has not been good. None of them have. Barely. João Neves, maybe, I'd say, because I watched a few of them and he looked better. Vitinha's not, no. But you're shouting out big names for just the sake of big names.
Martinelli. I've watched Vitinha. Bro, I watched Vitinha against Chelsea. I watched him against Spurs. Remember, you forget, Spurs have played PSG. Like, I've seen this player up front.
It's a collective. There's 8 games.
Yeah,
there's 8 games. There's 8 games in total.
Like,
yeah, but
his general play is his general play. So I don't think Vitinha is a silly comment because from what I've seen, and I've seen like 5 PSG Champions League games, he's been really good in all of them.
No, he ain't. PSG's not been great.
But bro, I'm saying in the games I've watched him in, he's been good.
Man, this is where people got focused. Like, what about Club Brugge and them, man? Like, why is no one watching their games too? Why didn't you say Club Brugge, man?
Are you insinuating
wait. Hold on.
Brugge has been better than Soboslai this season?
Potentially. I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, it's so, you know what my whole thing is, yeah? It's so easy to put the big names out there when you go look at players like teams like Bodo and all that as well, who've also played quite well, considering they were getting a lot of glaze about the way they play in a 4-4-2, and that number 10 is outrageous. No one talk about him because everyone wants to put these bait names. People don't put in bait names.
Talk about them if you want.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in it. I'm not going to go off and say I've seen all of it, but I just know factually, for me anyways, I've seen Vitinha, PSG in general, and whatnot. I've seen Martinelli show up in majority of Champions League games. But if I say, oh, Martinelli's actually been one of the best wingers in Champions League, people go like, what? No, because his name's Martinelli.
Because this isn't the point I'm saying. Where if you said
Martinelli, it's just a highlight in an underwhelming team at the minute. That's all it is. If you was to run,
if we talk about Champions League, Galatasaray, Wirtz has been serious food. Why don't want to talk about him? What? Because he's been getting slandered recently. If anyone wants to get highlights, let's talk about his overall games in the Champions League phase. Wirtz has been class. Bar one game, maybe 2 to be fair. We can go. Why not want to say that?
Yeah, but listen,
it's not popular.
Wirtz has been.
It's not popular, bro. Thank you.
I don't. Newcastle is merely like there's no. I'm not disputing. If you said to me, Martinelli has been one of the best wingers in the Champions League this season,
has been a great right back this season. In the Champions League.
Soboslai is 2015 Willian.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm just saying Soboslai has been one of the best midfielders in Europe this season. Period. Yeah, bro, because he has. That's what I mean. Like, I have no issue giving praise where praise is due. Like, I have no issue giving praise.
Right,
like,
you know that's fine. I got both of them, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna use the example. Declan Rice is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, one of the best midfielders in Europe. Why? What are his attributes to make him so good?
I think the difference is there's a difference between downplaying someone, and there's between downplaying someone because the team is shit, and then upplaying them because everyone else is shit around them. There's a difference. I think there's just an area in between.
Yeah, like obviously, me personally, amazing, I've watched Soboslai in the Premier League. He's been great. What I've seen him in Europe, so I'm just like, what's wrong with me saying that this guy's been one of the best midfielders in Europe this season? It's just a logical.
I didn't say anything if you're wrong with that.
I don't get it.
I just don't believe. I'm just gonna say it plainly, and you might get annoyed by this. I just don't believe you're sitting there watching Europe, Jay. I'll be real, yeah. So that's a bit.
I don't care what, bro. I don't care what you believe.
Premtards do this a lot. Premtards do this a lot, innit?
To justify your thoughts. The burden of to prove that Soboslai isn't one of the best.
You said you're not
the original.
That's all it is.
The original conversation was that he would be one of the best in the title winning Liverpool.
Who are the better midfielders?
I'm just saying, yeah. You're not a stats guy, but you refer back to stats to prove your point. So imagine that, yeah. So there's one hypocritical point there. I don't think Soboslai has been up there because I don't look at highlights and say, oh, because he scored that free kick against Man City, all of a sudden he's one of the better midfielders. All of a sudden it's just a fucking highlight that you see on Sky Sports. Or if I look at Sunderland game or Nottingham Forest game, or majority of other games where he's played in the midfield, you could argue, and he hasn't been that influential to score them goals that you crazy needed. And it's been Van Dijk and set pieces that have been getting Liverpool over the line.
Because you're
in Europe is
no idea how I accumulate my knowledge.
All right, cool. Kamara was one of the best.
You have no idea.
One of the best, I would say, in the Prem before he got injured. I just don't believe it.
You have no idea. I don't
believe it.
I've got to bounce before Waitress sell out of this hour, though, man.
He's been one of the more consistent players for Liverpool, not Europe. And I wouldn't, for what it requires for Liverpool to be a top side, as we kind of gone about them, in my opinion. But each to their own, and I just think Soboslai is having a good season, and it's okay to say he's just having a very good season for his standards. He's having a very good season
for anyone's standards.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so as well. But not to say top 3 in Europe is fucking for me.
No, I said he's been top 3 midfielder in the Champions League. I didn't necessarily. I think he's been one of the best midfielders in Europe. but I think he's been a top 3 midfielder in the Champions League. There's a number of midfielders who are very good who haven't played
I do
Champions
like
League
this one though. I do like this one. I think I do like this one though. I'm just saying, I do like this one.
Anyways,
me and Marcus haven't always seen eye to eye, but
yeah, maybe you haven't. To be fair, who's live? Is anyone live? We're going live quick. Oh, you're going live, bro. Is he late? Is he late?
No, you sent me the link, so it's up.
Oh, okay. My bad. I think we definitely overcooked that one.
Let me ask you boys this question, yeah? Let me ask you, would Szoboszlai start for Arsenal?
Right.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yes.
But they actually have a space free with Odegaard not there, innit? Yeah.
I'd agree with you. How about this?
I'll be honest, having Rice and Szoboszlai and Zubimendi ain't there's nothing creative in that. There's nothing.
Hey, listen.
You might worry about that later, Bruno and Joe Linton, Bruno and.
We'll worry about that. Let's not worry about that right now.
Let's go over to Rancis.
There's no creativity. There's no creativity in that midfield.
Hey, how about this?
That's Newcastle's midfield.
How about this? Szoboszlai starts right wing for Arsenal. Love in a bit. Thanks.